Oh honeybee, you're not my queen. I won't submit to your regime. Your name should not be all in lights. Your face is primed to beat up in fights. B is for beach studs, not honeybee duds. You will never win my love, so long as there's stars above. I'm into guys, hot beach dude jocks, perfect muscles and shaggy locks. Their names will be always in lights. Their faces primed for hot date nights. B is for beach studs, not honeybee duds. You will never win my love, so long as there's stars above. B is for beach studs, not honeybee duds. They will always be my kings. Take your nectar, pack your things. Honeybee lovely is not my queen. 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 Take me away, oh hot muscle jocks. With my great loads, I'll fill up your socks. I'll worship your muscles every day. I will do everything that you say. I'll love you forever until the end. Adore your hot physiques as they bend. I will be your cute cabana boy. Be glad to bring you all endless joy. Not honeybee duds. You will never win my love, so long as there's stars above. B is for beach studs, not honeybee duds. They will always be my kings. Take your nectar, pack your things. B is for beach studs, not honeybee duds. You will never win my love, so long as there's stars above. B is for beach studs, not honeybee duds. They will always be my kings. Take your nectar, pack your things. Oh gods, I'm ready to be their doll. I'll heed them well, honeybee will fall. Robots selling candy, carousels spin around. Egg-flavored popcorn shells, my genius is unbound. That's a boiling magma, not a single blade of grass. It's my perfect fortress to kick a hedgehog's ass. The park's now open, brainchild of my soul. An entire nation under my control.
Let's get this stream started. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
How's it going, everyone? It's Dicer Blue here, and welcome back to YouTube. It's been a while, but we're back in YouTube land for a special TCS stream. I've noticed that the last couple months, Notebook LM has made a couple changes. So I kind of figured that, yeah, it's been 2 months, and might as well go back to analyzing TCS again. Hey, Diamond, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing this afternoon? Hopefully you're doing pretty well. We're here to do some more TCS analysis. So I'm going to, where is it at? There it is. So no Tyler today because he was just in the way. So I'm not going to include him on the stream this time around. But there's been a couple of new features added to Notebook LM. So last time we had audio overviews, video overviews. Oh, not really. Oh, that sucks. But anyways, audio overview, video overview, mind map, and reports. We had those 4 last time. Now we have 4 more options since last time we did one of these. So we have flashcards, quizzes, infographics, or slide decks. So one of those. Oh, you just got home from school and now you're sick? Ooh, that sucks. So hopefully you can rest up and feel better. Yeah, that really sucks. And thankfully I didn't get sick too much while I was at school, but the couple times I did, it was really bad. So, and it's definitely not fun, especially stomach flu. Stomach flu is really bad. But anyways, I don't want to talk about getting sick and stuff. Let's we're here to have fun. So we got four. As I said, we got there are 4 new options. I can create flashcards. There is the quiz. There's infographics, and there's the slide deck. So I'm just going to because I don't think I've seen any of these yet. So let's click on each of these and see what generates. So we're going to generate. So apparently there are some flashcards. There's going to be some quizzes, infographics. Not sure what's going to happen with the infographics. Apparently there's an edit on that one. Oh, I see now. So we can. There's details. So we can click on each of those. We'll just give me a random one here. Working on fan art for TCS. Nice. All right. So while those are going, there's a couple other things that we can kind of do. Apparently, 79 days ago, I created a. I apparently created a few things as well. What is this? Is this a... Okay, this is a video overview. So apparently I didn't make this last time. So first of all, the AI didn't get the name of the modeling agency correct. So it's called Tribal Culture Studio. So I have no idea why it's thinking Travel Culture Studio. Like it's mentioned many times in the entirety of the novels. By the way, this analysis is just for the first book, so I don't think we actually watched this video last time. So I think we can watch it and see what witness the roboticization of TCS here, and see how bad this is. So without further ado, let's watch the video.
So every great idea starts with a dream, right? But what happens when that dream gets, well, poisoned by some serious ambition and betrayal? Today, we are diving deep into the story of Travel Culture Studio, a small modeling agency whose wild journey is a perfect look at what happens when creative passion goes off the rails. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First up, how this whole thing even got started with a...
Okay, so these videos are basically, if I remember correctly, these are basically just... just glorified PowerPoints. So we have an unlikely studio, enter the rival, ambition turns toxic. What the hell? I didn't click anything.
So every great idea starts with a dream, right? Poisoned by some serious ambition and betrayal. Today, we are diving deep into the story of Travel Culture Studio, a small modeling agency whose wild journey is a perfect look at what happens when creative passion goes off the rails.
I swear I didn't click anything.
Okay,
so anyways, an unlikely studio, enter the rival, ambition turns toxic, and aftermath and rebirth. So, hopefully it doesn't choke up again. Like, I swear I didn't click anything.
So here's how we're going to break this down. First up, how this whole thing even got started with a pretty unlikely partnership. Then we'll see how a new rival shows up and just flips the entire script. From there, we'll watch things get really messy as ambition turns toxic. And finally, we'll look at the fallout and a surprising chance for a comeback. All right, let's get into it. Our story kicks off with this guy, Jason. He's a young college dropout with a camera, a little bit of seed money from his cousin, and one really big,
money, huh?
And yeah, kind of naive dream. Jason is just done with the whole college grind. So he decides to launch Travel Culture Studio.
That's
or
Tribal
TCS.
Culture Studio,
But for
God.
him, this isn't just a business plan. It's about freedom. It's about turning his love of photography into a real life. But here's the thing. For Jason, the lines between professional and personal, yeah, they get real blurry real fast. And his very first model is
Inspired
this guy,
photography.
Noel, who is pretty much the
His name is Noel, but by the way, we're going to read all these. It says, aspired photographer driven by emotion, seeing TCS as a path to art and connection. A logical engineering student modeling to fund grad school, initially skeptical of the venture. It'd be kind of cool if we were able to see like actual images of the guys, but I think that might be asking the AI a little bit too much. Anyways, let's continue.
complete opposite of Jason in every single way. You've got Jason the dreamer running on pure passion and artistic vision, and then you've got Noel the pragmatist. He's a mechanical engineering student who's literally just modeling to pay for grad school. He sees Jason's chaotic style and, let's just say, unprofessional interest in him, and he is not impressed. You know what's wild is that their whole
Okay, so let's see here. It says the early days. Okay, so let's see what we have here. In April, the first shoot ends with Noel falling into a pool, setting an awkward tone. Okay. Late April, a tense Vegas trip where Tyler fights Noel and Jason confesses his intentions. And then in May, Noel agrees to model as a friend, forming a fragile truce between them. Okay, so far that sounds kind of right. Let's continue.
partnership is basically born from one disaster after another. I mean, the first photo shoot, it ends with Noel falling into a pool. Then,
Still doesn't
they take a
pronounce
trip to
Noel's name
Vegas
right.
that goes so badly, Noel gets into a physical fight with Jason's cousin. All the while, Jason's making his romantic feelings way too obvious. And yet, somehow, they come out of it with this fragile agreement. It's a foundation built on some seriously shaky ground. But just when you think these two might actually
Enter
find
the
their
round.
groove, a new player enters the game. And trust me, he is about to find and exploit every single crack in that foundation. And this is Riker. He's a personal trainer, and he just oozes the kind of raw confidence and power that Jason has always wanted for himself. For Jason, it is instant infatuation.
Of
He doesn't
course.
just see a model. He sees the entire future of his company. So, boom, hired, on the spot.
It wasn't quite on the spot. Jason did ask Riker to train him at the gym.
And that impulsive hire, it backfires immediately. Jason's cousin Tyler, you know, the guy with the money, is absolutely livid. He's so angry, he doubles Jason's debt to a staggering $60,000. And the deadline to pay it back? Christmas morning. Suddenly, the pressure is on in a huge way. So right away,
Okay, at least they actually spell Riker's name correctly. Okay, so I will give the AI this. They actually spell Riker's name correctly. But let's see what this says here. Riker and Noel clash, leading to a physical fight in a gym sauna. Riker pushes for more provocative shoots to pay off the debt faster. Riker suggests a public relationship with Jason to generate buzz for TCS. Noel grows wary of Riker's manipulation, but Jason is blinded.
Riker creates this seriously dangerous dynamic. He goes right after Noel, and their rivalry gets physical fast. At the same time, he's whispering in Jason's ear, suggesting they do riskier photo shoots, maybe even pretend to be a couple to generate buzz for the studio. You know, anything to pay off that impossible debt. Noel sees right through it, but Jason? He's completely smitten. He's not listening to anyone.
Of course he's not.
Okay? So all this tension that's been simmering under the surface, it's about to explode. This isn't just about business rivalries anymore. Things are about to get dangerous. For real. While Jason is falling deeper and deeper onto Riker's spell, Noel starts to get suspicious.
When
He
the
does a little
rival-
digging and finds out there's a really dark side to their star model. But the problem is, every single time he tries to warn Jason, he just gets shut down. Jason's convinced Noel is just jealous. And this is where you really see
Okay, so let's see. We're public action, private scheme. So I'm guessing, yeah, this has to do with Riker stuff. So public action, supportive boyfriend. Private scheme conspires with Kyle. Public action pushes publicity. Private scheme plots to harm Drake. Those two, the first two private schemes are kind of, well, all three of them are kind of related to each other. So far, it hasn't been too off the wall. So far, it seems to be doing
Riker's
okay.
two faces. Out in public, he's the perfect supportive boyfriend and the star model, doing whatever it takes to grow the brand. But behind closed doors, he's teaming up with this aggressive guy named Kyle, and their goal is to systematically cut Jason off from everyone he trusts. His first target? Jason's best friend, Drake.
Best friend is a bit of an overstatement there. I think frenemy is better.
Riker actually gets Kyle to stage a hit and run during a huge water polo tournament that lands Drake in the hospital.
So it says, I still feel a bit bad for the characters. Yeah, it kind of happens. But then stories are driven by meaningful conflicts, so some of that stuff is expected. You can't have everything be the happy little elves now, can we?
And get this, for pure arrogance, they use a car that's registered in Riker's own name. Unbelievable. So, with Drake sidelined, Riker turns his attention to Noel. After they have an argument, Riker ambushes him in a gym sauna and throws a bucket of scalding hot water on him, leaving him with first-degree burns. I mean, this has gone way past rivalry. This is a straight-up violent assault. But here's the kicker. When Noel goes to Jason, burned and betrayed, hoping for some kind of support, Jason doesn't believe him. He refuses to see that Riker could do something like that. For Noel, that's it. That's the ultimate betrayal, the last straw. He quits. And with his only real anchor gone, Jason just spirals, and TCS completely collapses. And this quote, this is the moment everything shatters. It's Noel's last-ditch effort to make Jason...
Hey, they finally said Noel's name right.
...lost in his own denial. By choosing to trust his infatuation over his friend, Jason doesn't just lose his only true ally, he loses his entire dream. But the story isn't over. Out of the absolute wreckage of his life, a new plan starts to form. A plan for a little payback, and maybe, just maybe, a shot at redemption. So, the truth finally hits Jason, and it hits him hard. He's finally awake. He teams up with Drake's water polo teammates, and they cook up this brilliant plan to turn the tables. They stage a fake fight, see? Jason goes in disguise as the team captain, and they make it look like Kyle, Riker's accomplice, started it. They circulate a photo of the fight, and boom, the real Kyle gets expelled. It's a perfect trap. Riker, of course, absolutely loses it. His whole plan is falling apart. So he hunts Jason down for one last violent showdown. And in his blind rage, he makes the classic villain mistake. He confesses to everything. The hit and run, the attack on Noel, his entire scheme to steal the agency. The one thing he didn't count on, the cops were tipped off and they heard every single word. And just like that, it's over. With Riker exposed and arrested.
Oh, they spelled Cody's name right. It says Riker attacks Jason and Cody. Cody should be spelled with a K. Leading to his arrest after a full confession. December 19th, Noel sees the news, reconciles with Jason, and officially rejoins TCS. Christmas, Tyler forgives the debt, and Jason and Noel celebrate a new beginning. Yep, that's all right.
Things start to fall back into place. Noel sees the news and comes right back to Jason's side. And then, on Christmas Day, the very day that impossible debt was due, Jason's cousin sees how much he's changed and just forgives the entire loan. The story really comes full circle, leaving Jason and Noel ready to rebuild TCS, but this time on a foundation of trust. So in the end, the whole saga of Travel Culture Studio really makes you think, doesn't it? What's the true foundation for a dream? Is it just ruthless, relentless ambition at all costs? Or do you need something more real, something more authentic to make it last? You know, things like loyalty, trust, and integrity.
Oh, okay, so that's the end of the video. Alright, so anyways, okay, so we got our new features unlocked, so it's up to you guys in chat. What do you guys want to read first? You guys want to do the slide deck? You want to do the infographic, or the quiz, or the flashcards? Apparently there are. I'm not sure how many questions there are on the quiz, but we can always generate more stuff if we need to. Depends on what else we have here. I guess we could start with the flashcards. So let's see what these say. Is there a way for me to blow these up? Okay, so yeah, so you want the cards? Alright. These look like cards to get to humanity. Okay, so what is the name? Okay, so press the spacebar to flip these, or press left and right arrows to navigate. So, and I think you can also click on them. But apparently there are 60-some cards. Hey, Pajamakin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing this afternoon? So we're just looking at some flashcards here, and we're just about to start that. So we got 66 cards that were created by these sorcerers. So yeah, these flashcards are new. It's one of the new features of Notebook LM. Oh, there's also a, you guys can barely see it on the stream, but it can either say this is good content or bad content, but let's see here what we have here. So, what is the name of the 3-novel series? Just got a call, nice. Alright, so what is the name of the 3-novel series Jason's creator, TyStar Blue, that should be one word, not 3, is making an audiobook of? Okay, so that's an easy one. This should be called Tribal Culture Studio, right? No, it's Tribal Culture Studio. Get it right, buddy. All right, let's see what's next. In Chapter 1, what reason does the narrator, Jason, give for his models being more suitable than the other aspirants? Okay, so that's going to be what do you think the answer is going to be here? So, I know, bruh moment there. Speaking of bruh, I need to use Cameron more, because Cameron says bruh all the time. Though, not really in that context, more of in the, he's totally baked and wants to smoke more weed. So, yeah, I definitely need to use Cameron more. But let's go back to the card. So in Chapter 1, what reason does the narrator Jason give for his models being more suitable than the other aspirants? I'm curious what it's going to say here. Okay, so the others were too macho or manly, while Noel possessed the Zaz. Zaz should have 3 Z's he was looking for. Okay, so let's see what happens if it the explain button. Examining the specifics. So let's see what this says here. Okay, there we go. It doesn't. Holy crap! It does not. Like, the fact that it's not spelling Zaz correctly is kind of throwing me off. This is a great flashcard focusing on the narrator Jason Gilardi's initial aesthetic vision for his novel series and modeling agency, Tribal Culture Studio. Hey, they actually said it right! The core reason Jason rejected the other aspirants in Chapter 1 was indeed their overly macho or manly aesthetic, which contrasted sharply with the unique quality, or Zaz, he found in Noel. Here is a more detailed explanation of this topic, drawn directly from the source material, and you guys can read all that. So, let's see what happens if I click on the next card. Yeah, because we're only at 2 cards out of 66, so we definitely got a ways to go. What phrase does Jason use instead of cheese during the first photo shoot with Noel? And let's see if you guys actually know the answer to that one. Without watching the video. Without watching the video, what do you think? What do you guys think that? It may almost be better just to do the quiz first, because the quiz I believe the quizzes are multiple choice. So, but let's see if you guys can come up with an answer here. You don't know? Yeah, it's a tough one unless you've watched the audiobooks. So, it's called Pickup Quarters, and it kind of threw off Noel. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so next one here. This is an easier question. What is Noel's field of study as a part-time graduate student at San Diego State? Yeah, I know if you watched any of the TCS Talks episodes that we came out recently, you'll know the answer to this one. So I kind of figured this was an easy one. So let's see what that ends up being. Hopefully the AI gets it right. Mechanical engineering, that's easy. Okay, Jason's cousin, blank, this should be another easy question, Jason's cousin Blank provided him with $3,000 a month for living expenses after he left college. Yeah, I think nearly everybody watching the stream right now should know the answer to this one. So, but yeah, it seems like everyone knows this one. Tyler. All right, next up. Okay, this one's pretty obvious. Let's see what the card says. But another obvious question here: what is the name Jason comes up with for his modeling agency? So this should be an obviously easy one as well. So let's see here. I'm just waiting for a chat to come up with answers here. So for those of you that are watching the VOD, I'm just waiting for chat. Let's see what they say here. Okay, yep, and it actually got the card right. Travel Culture Studio or TCS, so it actually got it correct. Okay, so in Chapter 2, why does Noel initially object to the trip in Las Vegas? So this one's going to be a tougher question, so I'm just going to flip the card now and see what it says. Okay, so Noel says it's not economical as his 10% profit share is only about $30 a week. Yeah, that it is kind of expensive, especially starting off, because it's about a 5-hour drive from San Diego to Vegas. So, and given fuel prices, even in 2017 money, was about, like, it would cost you about $50 in gas money just to get from San Diego to Vegas. Because I remember that, yeah, even in 2017 money, it was kind of expensive. Let's see what the next card says. During the drive to Las Vegas in Chapter 2, what reason does Jason give for dropping out of college? That one's also kind of explained in the novels. He thought his classes were too hard. Okay, so it says that he found it too structured and couldn't understand the professors, even the English teachers. Okay, we'll do a couple more cards because we got other things we got to do here, and then we can kind of see here. Noel and Jason are your favorites? Yeah, I know a lot of people like Noel, so that's it seems like Noel's one of the most popular characters on the. He didn't like math. That was part of it too. All right, so let's see what we have next. What conflict arises between Noel and Tyler during the photo shoot in Sunset Park in Las Vegas? So let's see what the card says on this one. They get into a physical altercation after a verbal argument, with both hitting each other. Okay, so that is kind of a simple one. Let me see what else we have here. So after the fight in Vegas, Tyler revises his financial support for Jason, demanding he pay back X amount of money by Christmas. So let's see if you guys know the proper or the correct answer to this one. So it's not the one from the video. I'll give you a hint. It's not the amount from the video. So, because remember he raised the amount later on in the book. But let's see what you. If you guys remember the original amount of money that Jason was expected to pay Tyler back. We can look at the next card and see what else there is. Okay, so that's in Chapter 4. So it's doing a lot of... So it's kind of jumbling. Is that a word? I know jumble's a word, but jumbling, is that a word? Up the chapters. Okay, so it doesn't look like I'm getting any responses in chat, so I'm going to flip this one over. Okay, so it starts with 10,000, which increases to 30,000 the more that Jason argues. Okay, so there was that one. Okay, so that was 10 cards. I'm going to see what other things we have here. We can do the quiz. So let's see what the quiz here. So it gives me 14 questions. Okay, so what is the full name? Okay, so here's a quiz questions for you guys. So, what is the full name of Jason's photography business, which is often abbreviated as TCS? Given this AI, given this AI, it's probably going to mark me wrong. Even if I select the correct answer, it's probably going to mark me wrong. So let's see. As we said, we already kind of know the answer to this one, so let's just click the correct answer. Okay, so it actually marked it right. So Travel Culture Studio, that's right. Jason names his agency this while filling out his small business application, though he states it's best not to ask why. Okay, so far we got 1 point out of 14. So let's hit next. During their first trip to Las Vegas, what is the primary source of conflict between Noel and Jason's cousin Tyler? Okay, so is it A, they disagree over how Jason should run his business? B, Noel refuses to participate in the photo shoot Tyler has planned? C, Tyler becomes jealous of the attention Jason is giving to Noel? Or D, they get into a physical altercation at Sunset Park after Tyler insults Noel? So, all right, let's see. Let's see if the AI knows the correct answer, and also let's see if our contestants in chat can come up with something too. So let's see here. I should play the Jeopardy theme right now. Okay, looks like no responses in chat, so we're just gonna hit D. And that's the correct answer. Tyler's aggressive greeting and subsequent argument in the park leads to them trading blows. All right, let's see what the next response is here. Okay, how does Jason first meet Riker, spelled incorrectly, the second model for TCS? So is it A, Riker was one of the original 10 aspiring models who auditioned with Noel? B, Drake introduces them after a water polo game? C, Riker approaches him at a gay bar in Hillcrest after recognizing him from his online work? Or D, Jason finds him working out at the BBU gym? So let's see if you guys know the correct answer. None of the flashcards that we had so far went over Riker. So although Riker was mentioned in one of the videos. So let's see if there's any let's see if there's anything like that. I know the answer is C, so you think Jason finds him in the gym? I believe the answer is C. Yep, that's the correct answer. Following Drake's advice to visit Hillcrest, Jason goes to a bar where Riker recognizes him and suggests he become a model. Yeah, so remember that they went to the gym after they met up at the bar. So let's see what the next question is. So, what prompts Tyler to forgive the remaining portion of Jason's $60,000 debt? So, is it A, after seeing Jason's depression over Noel quitting, Tyler decides Jason has learned his lessons about responsibility? B, Jason successfully pays back the entire amount by the Christmas deadline? C, Riker secretly pays off the rest of the debt as a gift to Jason? Or D, Noel convinces Tyler to forgive the debt after they apologize to each other? So, A and B are technically correct. Oh, and I lost my, there we go, lost my audio on my headphones. Because, yeah, there isn't really anything other than my voice that's, I'm going to see what this one is, because A and B are technically correct. So, I'm going to say A and see what's... Okay, so A was the one they wanted. So, during a visit to cheer Jason up... Okay, so yeah, the A was the one that they wanted, but A and B are both correct answers. So, you got a conflicting question here. So, during a visit to cheer Jason up, Tyler tells him to forget the remaining money, saying his happiness is enough. Okay, so it's really jumping towards the end of the book. Okay, so... what is the catalyst for Noel quitting TCS for the first time? Is it A, he discovers that Jason initially hired him with the intention of making him his boyfriend? B, Riker and his friends attack him in the sauna at BBU and Jason doesn't believe him? C, his professor Hanamura demands he quit modeling to focus on his engineering research? Or D, he's upset that Jason starts dating Riker after the Pismo trip? So, it's asking him for the first time, not the second time. So let's see if anyone here remembers the correct answer. So let's see what else was going on here. I'm just gonna browse the news while you guys are come up with answers. Yeah. Let's see what we have here. You forgot? Okay. We're gonna say A. Oh, okay. So no. That the quiz is wrong. The quiz is wrong. That was okay. It says for the first time. Okay. Well, Noel technically does. Yes. So like Noel quote unquote quits. But then he decides to come back about a month later. So it's when the Riker and his friends attack him at BBU. That's the second time. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's definitely I don't know what's going on here. It should be the correct answer should be A, but the quiz thinks it's B. So artificial stupidity, 1 point. So we have one artificial stupidity point so far. So next question. Who devises the plan to create a fake photograph of a fight to get Kyle expelled from UCSD? Is it Sky, spelled incorrectly, with help from Jason and Dustin to execute it? B, Gage, using his family's influence to protect the team? C, Drake as revenge for Kyle causing his car accident? Or D, Noel after hearing about the threat to Drake at BBU? So let's see here. So we definitely have there's a hint option here. Let's see what this says. Okay, so they give a hint here. The plan is hatched by a water polo player who initially acts as an antagonist towards Jason. Okay, so one of these four characters was a water polo player that was more antagonistic towards Jason. So let's see what we have here. Okay, I don't know if anyone's actually responded in chat anymore. Or I might just have to wait a couple more minutes and just be a little more patient. I tend to be, okay, this is only the 6th question. Are you serious? Okay. Okay, so time's up. I'm just going to hit A. Yep, that's the right answer. Sky, there's no E at the end of Sky, proposes the idea to Jason at the Price Center, explaining how they can frame Kyle for impersonating him and Gage. Oh, you making food? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Hopefully you're making something really comfortable, because I know that like something hot, something very something to kind of I don't know what kind of sickness you have going on right now, but something light, something easy. Hopefully something that will make it easier. Like I know when I had a cold and stuff, it was usually just something really hot and will kind of do it. One of my go-tos was oatmeal, like really hot oatmeal and stuff. Just something that just kind of clears the congestion from your nose. Anyways, next question. What is Riker's stated motivation for his increasingly aggressive actions and his desire to take over TCS? Is it A, an intense jealousy over his successful brother Spencer drives him to want his own personal powerful business? B, he is in debt to a dangerous group and needs the money from the agency? C, he believes Noel is a threat to the agency's image and wants to remove him. Or D, he wants to destroy Jason's life because Jason rejected his marriage proposal. Okay, these are ridiculous answers, except for the correct one. So we'll just do that one there. Let's hit next. After am I allowed to say this on? I'm going to skip this question. I don't think we're allowed to say this one on YouTube. So next. Which of the following characters is not a member of the UCSD water polo team? And they spell their names wrong. Let's see here. If I start typing down here, we're going to spell their names correctly. Only one of the four has their name spelled right, but it's Noel Geiger. Geiger is spelled Geiger. Gage Carson is spelled correctly. Drake Sorensen, it's an E at the end, so. And then lastly, if you look at the bottom left of the corner, at the bottom, and the last one, Cody Byerly is way wrong. It's Kodybyerlee. That's how you spell their name. That's how you spell their names. Okay, let's see what. I'm just kind of curious what it says here. What the AI says. Looking for clues. I type in characters' names and let's see what it says. It actually has them kind of correct-ish, except Cody is supposed to be spelled with a K. So I don't know what's wrong with these guys. I don't know. Let's see what we have here. Consider which character attends a different university in San Diego. Okay, so at least that's a good hint. But yeah. At the marquee pool party, which is spelled wrong, Riker, which is also spelled wrong, performs a publicity stunt to promote TCS. What does he have Jason do on the stage? Is it A, Jason announces the launch of the new TCS website? B, Jason dramatically rips a towel off Riker, revealing a flashy gold Speedo? C, Jason pours a bucket of water over Riker to cool him down? Or D, Jason takes professional photos of Riker dancing for the crowd? Okay, so let's see what we have here. The stunt involves a dramatic reveal for the crowd. Okay, so which of these four do you think sounds like a dramatic reveal? Yeah, because pouring a bucket of water doesn't sound very dramatic. And the announcement of a new TCS website doesn't sound very dramatic. Riker kind of can dance, but so it has to be B. And that's obviously the right answer. Next one here. Why is Noel initially hesitant to go to the gay pride pool party at the marquee? Once again, spelled wrong. He has a prior commitment to work on a research project for his professor. He feels he's not muscular enough. Compared to Riker. He refuses to go anywhere with Riker. Or he dislikes large crowds and the type of music played at parties. So, let's see what the hint says. His reasoning relates to the social atmosphere of the event. So, let's see what we have here. We can go with... I already know the answer is D, so we got that one there. Okay. So, what item of clothing does Riker wear during his pit-up photo shoot that makes Jason uncomfortable? Is it A, a metallic red Speedo, B, a bright green Speedo, C, a BBU branded tank top, or D, a pair of black leather briefs? I have a feeling that a lot of people would be really interested in the leather briefs, but... Okay, so the color of the item reminds Jason of his traumatic childhood. So it's mostly coming up with the right answers, at least. So let's see what else there is. So Riker's favorite color is green, which is the wrong answer. BBU isn't... Well, BBU kind of has the right color, but it isn't exactly what the quiz is looking for, because Jason doesn't take that many pictures of the guys with their shirts on. And then D, a pair of black leather briefs. So the only answer would have to be the metallic red Speedo. So, okay, so next up here, what is the final outcome of the altercation at Canyon View? Canyon View is one word, by the way, between Jason Cody, once again spelled wrong, and Riker. Is it A, Riker escapes before the police arrive? B, Jason Cody and Riker are all arrested and taken into custody? C, only Riker is arrested for assault while Jason and Cody are let go as victims? Or D, campus security breaks up the fight and bans them all from university grounds? So, let's see. So, if it is, okay, so actually so it's asking for the final outcome. So, it says, consider the legal ramifications when police are called for physical fights. So, it's either going to ask for B or C, but, okay, so so apparently, they are released the next day, though. D, it actually wasn't D, it was the actual police. So, because all three of them are technically arrested, but Jason and Cody are released the next day. So, let's see what else we have here. In the final chapter, what does Noel say is the main difference between himself and Riker? Is it Noel cared about Jason personally while Riker only cared about the money? Noel is a better model while Riker is a better businessman? Noel is a natural athlete while Riker's physique is just for show? Or Noel has the looks but Riker has the mindset to make the business thrive? Let's see what it says here. This is part of Noel's reflection on TCS's history after he and Jason get back together. I want to say A. Oh, okay, so that's kind of weird how it's come up with the stuff here. So I skipped one question because I don't think it was YouTube appropriate because the ad bots won't like it. So let's see what we have here. There's two more things we can analyze here before we can kind of unless we want to do something a little more specific. So let's see what this infographic says. Tribal Culture Conflict Story Summary. Okay. So it's come up with pictures now. So is it just the one? Okay, so it's come up with AI images here. The problem, a rivalry turns toxic. A new model ignites conflict. Photographer Jason hires charismatic surfer Flicker. What the hell? You guys seen this down here? I'm zooming in here. Okay. You guys see this? Photographer Jason hires charismatic surfer Flicker, sousing immediate friction with his first model, Noel. Are you serious? AI imagery is, oh my god. Even 3 years later, the first AI images that I first learned about AI images 3 years ago, and even 3 years later, they still can't get text right. So, yeah, photographer Jason hires charismatic surfer Flicker, sousing immediate friction with his first model, Noel. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Ambition becomes manipulation. Riker, okay, so that shows, the images aren't too bad, though Riker would usually wear green during that one. Okay, so Riker secretly plots to oust Noel and gain full control over Jason and the agency. Okay, so this one isn't too bad. Let's see what the next one says here. And we got new, that's N theta EL. So I'm not sure why they're wanting, not sure why, Nithal, that's not his name. And then Drake, at least they spell Drake's name, right? Betrayal escalates to violence. Riker orchestrates physical attacks on Noel and Jason's friend Drake, revealing his dangerous nature. Okay, so there's no text up there. The solution, the agency rebuilds. Okay, so that's all messed up. Like, is that supposed to be like an atom or something? Like electrons flowing around the nucleus? Like, I don't understand this picture. This guy doesn't even have a face. Yeah, this guy here doesn't even have a face. And they're just beaming out this picture of a guy seemingly at a desk with all sorts of ions or electrons just swirling all around them. And below that, it's a guy with some sort of chain, like like being yanked by like the hand of God or something, just yanking this guy back. Deception is finally exposed. Okay. Jason Leames. Okay, another one of these. Jason Leames of Riker's schemes. Okay, that's a song lyric right there. Jason Leames of Riker's schemes. Leading, spelled incorrectly. We need to get Strong Bad to just tear this image apart. The amount of grammar errors that are just being just blatant grammar errors. So leading with two E's for some reason to a final confrontation and Riker's arrest. I've never heard of the word arrest before. So there's like 3 grammatical errors on this image. So like Leames of Riker's schemes leading to a final confrontation and Riker's excuse me. And actually Riker's name's spelled wrong, but the AI does not know that Riker is spelled with a Y. Okay, let's see what we have here. So, reconciliation and a second chance. With Riker gone, spelled wrong, Noel reconciles with Jason and Agrios. So, to rejoin Tribal Culture Studio. Out of all the muscle content you've seen online, I think mine's the best. Thanks. Thanks for the compliment. Really appreciate it. But yeah, just look at all this. AI does not know how to come up with anything useful. At least it spells Tribal Culture Studio right, but it doesn't have the right logo. But I think that's asking a little bit too much. Yeah, if you guys know what the actual logo looks like, it's mentioned where it's shown at the very beginning of every Talks episode. But let's see what we have here. A new beginning on a healthier foundation. Jason and Noel move forward, establishing a more genuine partnership to rebuild TCS. And that's all of it. So that was something. Let's see what our slide deck says. Okay. This is kind of cool. So it comes up with like different slides. Okay, that's cool. Tribal Culture Studio, a founder's journey. Okay, so these are getting a little better. The dream was a modeling agency. The motive was a boyfriend. Jason Gilardi, a self-described runt and UC San Diego dropout, launches Tribal Culture Studio, his stated ambition to create a premier gay male modeling agency. His secret motive to hire his crush Noel and win him over. Okay, so some of these images don't look too bad. That does not look like Noel, though. No, that is not what Noel looks like. If you've seen any of my videos, you'll know what he looks like. The first model, the faceable boy in the body of a god, a part-time graduate student in mechanical engineering, more interested in the technical aspects of photography than the eye candy. None of the guys really have a hairstyle like that, other than maybe Gage, but Gage is a blonde. Alright, next slide. A disastrous proposal in Vegas ends in a $10,000 debt. The romantic gambit. Jason takes Noel to Las Vegas, intending to propose a relationship during a perfect first date. The humiliation. Noel rejects the advance, and a physical fight breaks out between Noel and Jason's cousin Tyler. the consequence, Tyler, Jason's financial backer, cuts him off and demands repayment of all funds. And it shows like a little image of a hotel room and a broken heart. For some reason, the part of the broken heart there looks red while the rest of it is all black and stuff. At $10,000. So let's see what's next. Okay, wow, look at all that. The charismatic surfer who offered a path to profit and a path to corruption. Okay, so Riker does not look that buff. Actually, I guess he kind of does, but that looks more like Jason Momoa in a way. It says, Riker, a personal trainer and surfer, broader than Noel with unkempt blonde hair and a confident, aggressive demeanor. At least they get the hair color right. He represents a purely commercial vision for TCS, becoming the answer to Jason's dead, but also the seed of future conflict. Yeah, he definitely looks like a stud there, but too bad I can't save these images. Or maybe I can. Oh, I guess I can. Let me see here. Does that actually show up? Okay, no, it shows the entire slide. Noel looks better than... Of course he looks better than that. Anyone looks better than that. Let's see. Next slide. One studio, two warring philosophies. Hey, at least they got the colors right. Noel, depth and integrity. The initial meeting with Riker is tense. During their first photo shoot is 2 words, Noel explicitly states his discomfort. I don't want him touching me, man. Riker says, surface and ambition. From the moment they meet, the friction is palpable. Riker's casual dominance immediately clashes with Noel's principled nature, placing Jason in the middle of a brewing conflict. Their mouths turned down, a sure sign that they were not going to get along. Yeah, so let's see what the next line says. Okay, so at least they I guess they sensed the profanity. Success came with a price tag that kept getting higher. $60,000. $60,000. If you don't pony up the cash by 6 a.m. on Christmas Day, then you're on the blank street. So, except, wait a minute. There's one asterisk too many there. So, TCS growth. Riker's commercial appeal and willingness to be exploited for pinups leads to a significant increase in photo sales. And then side gig. Jason lands a job as the photographer for the UCSD water polo team, earning $500 per game from team captain Gage. Okay, so far these slides don't seem to be too bad. No blatant spelling errors like in the infographic. Let's see what's next. A relationship born from a business proposition. On the only major error that I've been seeing so far is the fact that they never spell Riker's name right. On a birthday camping trip, Riker formalizes his relationship with Jason, framing it as a strategic move for the business. This seduction solidifies his control, isolating Jason from other influences, and positioning him to take over TCS. Maybe you should go steady. It'll help travel get more fans, and you'll get more money. Okay, except, yeah, for some reason, it just doesn't show. There's no consistency for any of these slides. So let's see what's next. Whoa, okay, that's a pretty violent image on the bottom there, but let's see. Our locker room conspiracy reveals a dangerous agenda. At Bodybuilding United, Noel overhears a conversation between Riker and his gym friend Kyle Gillespie. Riker leverages Kyle's anger at his roommate Drake Sorensen, spelled wrong, conspiring to have Drake physically assaulted. Doesn't matter, dude. He's in the way. After I'm done with him, he'll be eaten out of a tube. Okay, yeah, that is a pretty violent line from Kyle there. Let's see what the next slide says. So, yeah, at least these slides aren't too bad. A warning ignored, a friendship broken. Is that... It kind of looks purplish. The warning, Noel confronts Jason, revealing Riker's plot to harm Drake. The denial, clouded by his feelings, Jason refuses to believe the story, defensively citing his relationship with Riker. Riker would never hurt anyone. We've been dating for over 4 months. The departure, faced with Jason's denial, Noel quits the agency and cuts all ties, leaving Jason completely under Riker's influence. Consider your contract with me nulled. Goodbye. Well, this is... I've noticed that most of these slides have been very poor PowerPoint presentations. I know when I was in college, when I was in college, I had my senior project for my CE degree, and the expectation was that you would get docked points based on how much text you had on each of your slides. They wanted pictures. They like the slides were designed for pictures, and they wanted your speech to be the main source of your presentation rather than your PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint was used to describe pictures. So, and some people on our team did that, and I was one of them. Where like all my slides, it was just plans, like project plans for everything. So I'm going off on a tangent here, but this was kind of a criticism of this PowerPoint presentation that Notebook LM came up with. So the idea is that you want the images to do the talking on the PowerPoint, and you want your words to do the talking as you're actually talking, like as you're actually giving your speech or your presentation. So there's way too much text here. It's really hard to read. If I was 200 feet away and I didn't have my glasses on, then I would be able to see this. So, anyways, rant over. Move on to the next slide. At the bottom, every bridge was burned and every door was closed. Noel is gone. Drake is hospitalized after a suspicious injury sideswipe crash. Gage fires him from the water polo gig. Riker vanishes, blocking Jason's number. Overwhelmed, Jason walks to the bridge, and I'm not going to read the last part. And an alliance is formed to reclaim a stolen future. So, pulled from the brink by an intervention from his cousin Tyler, Jason finds new allies in Sky and Dustin. They provide a police report linking Riker's car to Drake's accident, giving Jason the motivation to fight back. Sky, they actually spell his name right, devises a plan to stage a fake fight and create a viral photo to expose the conspiracy. We're going to act out a fight. You be Gage, and I'll be Kyle. Time to make that blank pay. So, you gotta go. Well, thanks for stopping by, and appreciate your support for the stream. Is that okay? So those. Why is there a woman there? Like, I know I'm going to lose 100 subscribers. Every time I post a picture of a woman, I'm going to lose 100 subscribers on this channel. Even if it's not intentional. Anyways, next slide. So, okay, bad editing. The final confrontation at Canyon View. Canyon View is one word, by the way. The trap. Riker uses Gage's stolen phone to lure Jason and Cody, spelled with a K. Cody's supposed to be spelled with a K, to a fake team meeting. The motive. Riker reveals his bitter envy and his plan to siege. Yep, I'll see you later, Diamond. To seize control of the, I can't read this. I built this agency and now I'm going to take what's mine. The fight. As Riker attacks, Jason's foresight to record the assault turns the tables. And then says the arrest. Alerted by an anonymous tip, the police arrive with video evidence. They arrest all three. Next slide. In the records, a reckoning and a return. Okay, what the hell? Alright, we're zooming in on this. What the hell is going on? Kedidi Bues Buzins the Pite. What the hell is this? Kedidi Buzins the Pite. What the hell is going on here? It's thinking it's a WWE match or an UFC fight? What the hell? Okay. The Reckoning. Riker is jailed, his deception exposed. After reviewing the video evidence and hearing matching stories, police release Jason and Cody. Cody's loyalty is proven. The news report. Noel sees a local news report on the fight. Realizing Jason has finally chosen integrity over manipulation, he makes a decision. The return. Noel, hey, I want to come back. Although I always thought Noel was an Android user. Next slide. Rebuilding on a new foundation of trust and respect. Jason and Noel's relationship is rekindled, built on honesty and mutual respect. The business is reestablished with Cody as a loyal partner. And then it shows on a Christmas trip to Vegas, Tyler acknowledges Jason's maturity and forgives the remaining debt. You've matured a lot in 8 months. Look at yourself, Jason. You're everything a guy like me is looking for. So yeah, that's a quote from Noel. Let's see what's next. Oh no, another woman. Oh hell, we gotta tap out of that. We can't show women on this channel. The audience gets mad every time I show a woman on the channel. I lose 100 subscribers. It's like something going on. So anyways, that is the PowerPoint slides. Apparently you can customize these. Okay, so we can choose a language too. So we can have this English, and then we can have landscape, portrait, or square. What are those pictures, lol? I don't know. I didn't come up with those. Let's see what we have here. We're going to go detailed. So let's see. We're going to create another infographic, and let's see, because the infographics seem to be a comedy gold mine. So let's create a demographic. So create a detailed TCS infographic giving vivid details on each of the characters. Place emphasis on Jason, Riker, Noel, Tyler, Drake, Kyle, Gage, Cody, Dustin, and Sky. I can't spell infographic, right? Okay, there we go. Talk about their relationships with each other. Okay, so yeah, I am being repetitive with my prompts here, but the more information the better. So let's see what this says. And then we're going to okay, so we got those. Those are the only 10 guys on the in the first book, so okay, so we didn't really talk about too much about okay, so there we go. I'm gonna copy this and let's see what that says. So, and let's create another slide deck as well. So we're gonna go with what are these? Clean visual slides with key talking points to support you while you speak. Oh, okay, so you can go a little bit more like a proper PowerPoint presentation. So we're gonna do that as well, and we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the same prompt for that, and then I wonder what. Okay, so I think we already kind of did the mind map last time, and we can kind of do a video overview as well or an audio overview. I think we did the audio overview last time, so that's why I didn't read it this time around. But apparently, oh yeah, there was this too, 80 days ago, so was it really that long? Yeah, it has been 2.5 months, I guess. So we can kind of go and, while those are generating, let's listen to this. If it will load.
Hinting at both. You know that feeling when you're caught in the whirlwind of a story, eager to peel back the lid.
I just realized this is 41 minutes. I don't think we're going to be able to sit through all this. We'll listen to some of it and see if there's anything funny, interesting or funny.
layers and truly grasp the why behind every character's move.
Mm-hmm.
The deep dive is your backstage pass, your shortcut to those exhilarating aha moments. Today, we're not just skimming the surface. We're plunging into an entire book, meticulously
Found nuggets of insight, helping you understand the why behind every crucial action and the how these connections shape the unfolding drama. We're going beyond the plot points.
this with part 1, Foundations and First Cracks, covering chapters 1 through 7. This is where our story's initial currents begin to flow, hinting at both promising ventures and, well, impending storms. So, chapter 1, The Spark of TCS and a Budding Infatuation. This introduces us to Jason, our protagonist. He's a photographer described with a rather vulnerable bony arm. But don't
A rather vulnerable bony arm? Okay, like, is Jason a skeleton or something?
let that detail mislead you, because his aspirations are anything but small. He dreams big for his travel culture studio, or TCS, right from the start.
Yeah, and from the very first teaser shoot, the one at the pool where Noel tumble into
Noel?
the pool, Jason is instantly, almost obsessively attracted. He doesn't just see Noel as a model. He sees eye candy, yes, but maybe more importantly, a desired joy friend. It's like this isn't just a passing fancy for him, it's fundamental.
And what's truly fascinating here, and really sets the theme, is the immediate contrast with Noel, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's jarring. Noel's introduced as the first model, a chiseled grad student in mechanical engineering. But despite the physique, the text tells us he's more interested in the technical.
You mean Jason could lift a few dumbbells? Yeah. I think I mentioned that in the Talks episode. Where it'd be kind of cool to analyze those when I get a few more of them.
aspects rather than the eye candy.
Right.
He's reserved, professional, maybe a bit detached. He even teases Jason with a, "You crack me up." It's not just personality. It's like they have completely different ways of seeing things. Noel's about pragmatism, intellect, what's inside. Jason, from the get-go, he's projecting romantic ideals onto appearances.
That initial spark. Yeah, it feels like a ticking time bomb for their whole relationship, and for TCS too.
Exactly.
And speaking of ticking time bombs, this is where we first meet Tyler, Jason's cousin.
The money guy.
Yeah, he's providing significant financial
I find it funny that they just call Tyler the money guy. Like, Tyler doesn't have a personality of his own. Like, that's kind of insulting. Yeah, that's definitely pretty insulting. There was something else I was going to say. I forgot what it was now. But hopefully you guys are enjoying this because it's been really funny. Speaking of which, we got our PowerPoint slide back up. So let's see what... oh, this is an infographic. Okay, so we got more. You guys ready to laugh more? Okay, we're gonna start with Jason here because wow, Jason looks so sad. Look at that. He looks so sad. Like, I want to give him a nice little head pat. He wouldn't wear orange though. He tends to wear purple. But he's got a little camera there, and he got another little camera there. But he's just a very sad photographer, isn't he? Like, I don't know about that though. So let's see what we have here. Jason Gilardi, the founder. Troubled family past. Has a deadbeat drug dealer father, Josh, a tarot reading mother, Juno, and was bullied by his brother, Justin. Initial crush on Noel. Hires Noel as his first model with the ulterior motive of making him his boyfriend, a plan that backfires after a disastrous trip to Vegas. Skirt friends with Drake, his best friend from his short time in Clegia. Drebs' connections, Grayalda, am I reading from the Necronomicon here? Grialda and Nube photography gig. Troubled family past. Has a deadbeat, spelled wrong, drug dealer father, Josh, a tarot reading mother, Juno, and was, okay, they just repeated that. Juno, and was bullied by his brother, Justin. Okay, so what the hell is this? What the hell is this sentence right here? It starts with Scarf friends with Drake, his best friend from his short time, what the hell, in college, drops is, yeah, that's, what the hell. Let's see what's next. Tyler Gilardi, the abrasive cousin. Hostile first meeting with Noel. He and Noel get into a physical fight during their first meeting at a park, fueled by mutual antagonism in Las Vegas. Forgives the debt. After seeing Jason's growth and happiness with Noel, he ultimately rips up the final check and forgives the remaining debt as a Christmas present. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. But holy crap, that first one there. Okay. Noel Geiger, spelled wrong. Oh, I just realized that, wow, that's not what Tyler looks like. Like, that's, and what the hell? Fab to the Las Vegas. Okay. They need to work on these infographics because these suck. Okay, so that's what we have here. So apparently that's what Noel looks like, and nope, that's wrong. Noel Geiger, spelled wrong. The principal first model. The first model, an engineering Kidorlul, a part-time Gradesto, the Erega Blastal. Am I speaking in tongues? Browning unpredictable engineering, Wecklegent, Samuse, and Wark interested in the note or not so near so. Are you guys reading this? The plastic photography. Osiesto to Joyons risky and the quality swept off by Jason's conformist intentions in Vegas, including being a professional ferocity. Deep distrust of Riker's. Okay, deep distrust of Riker's. Am I summoning something? Am I summoning something? I better be summoning I better be summoning these guys with the amount of. Though I don't. Although my condo doesn't have enough room to house all 10 of them. Deep distrust of Riker's immediately recognizing Riker's superficial and Bangora's nuclear sorority is sharing seeking. What the hell? Attacks and Null's TCS after being attached to a snake by Riker and his friends. He got it three when Jason reluces to Ran. Okay, I have no idea how to read the rest of this. Routing your TCS joins the Svoxy and begins a relationship with Jason after Riker is tested. Oh, excuse me. And the both is revesled. Okay, yeah, it definitely sounds like I'm summoning something. Let's see what the next person is. Oh no, they're giving Riker. They're giving Riker a pair of devil horns. What the hell? He's not that evil. He does some pretty heinous actions in the book, but he's not evil. But like, holy crap, that is Riker Kusenik. They spelled his name wrong. It's Kusenek. The charismatic antagonist conspires with Kyle, helps Kyle orchestrate a revenge plot against Drake, which results in a hit and run. He also enlists Kyle to attack Nolan Asana. Abusive family background. Grew up in a homophobic Christian household in Central California and despises his successful brother Spencer. The downfall, his schemes unravel. Whoop, okay, what the hell? His schemes unravel, leading to him being fired from his gym, losing a surfing competition, and ultimately being arrested for his attack on Jason and Cody. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. That one wasn't that bad. Let's see what's next. Kyle Gillespie, the accomplished. Okay. Rod Slichter and Drake's roommates. A clute of Kyler's SL380 who is observed with the gym. Described as a Sioki revenge on Drake. Becomer enraged after Drake's Kersode Iresh her advocate and Kristen during a party, leading coup to conspike with Kylus. Who's Kylus? Rikers Moies Yetta as Kikers se complice in the Slasto on Doel of the gem Asuna. Expelled from DESD. He is expelled after being burned. He is expelled after being burned in, or bumed after being bumed. Like, you guys are reading this, right? He is expelled after being bumed or burned in a take fight photo orchestrated by Jikai, Dustin, and Jason. Okay. What is up with these guys? Okay. Wow, that's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool picture there. Drake, he doesn't look like Drake at all, but he actually kind of, like, you guys see that picture, right? It looks kind of cool. Okay, I'm not going to read all that again because I definitely feel like I'm going to be summoning Cthulhu every time I read each of these. So maybe it might be just better to look at the pictures. Drake Sorensen, the best friend. He actually looks kind of hot, except even though, as I say, he doesn't look like that. Gage Carson, the captain. The Searlson team captain of the NCTO water polo team. Like, I don't know what's up with these things. Okay, that looks like a cute picture, but that's not what Cody looks like. Cody, and that's not how you spell Byerly. The newcomer. Dustin Walker, he doesn't look like anything like that at all. The musician and teammate, a water polo player who is also in a band called Air Force Drama. It actually got that part right. Okay, and then the rest of that, I don't want to read the Necronomicon right now, so we're just going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so then, that looks like Archie, in a way. The arrogant ally. So, holy crap, that is something there. A guide to the characters' interconnections. It's like, holy crap, this is pretty bad. This is like, almost like Star Wars Holiday Special bad, except actually, yeah, it's so bad it's good because it's funny for me to laugh at. Alright, anyways, we're going to go into the other slide should be up by now. Okay, so we should have these. Okay, so this is what we have here. Okay, this one might have some promise. Let me see how many slides there are. 21 slides? Okay, we can get through this. The character constellation of Tribal Culture Studio. An infographic journey into ambition, love, and betrayal. Okay, so this is this is actually kind of cool. At the center, a star is formed. Jason Gilardi, founder of Tribal Culture Studio. Excuse me. A photographer with a simple, powerful vision to capture the cosmic energy of the male form. That is a big lens by the way on that camera. But his true quest is something far more personal. Noel's going to be my very own joy friend. He brings me joy, and I'll show it to him. Yeah, that camera lens, that is massive. Let's see what the next slide says. So we got star profile, Jason Gilardi, core traits, visionary and dreamer, socially awkward, financially dependent, spiritually guided. Defining quote, I wanted to express myself, to be free. Relational orbit. So, hey, at least it's getting some of the colors right. Jason, purple. Noel, kind of a pinkish color. Noel, the muse, the crush. Riker, the passion, the boyfriend. At least they get those colors right. Tyler, the patron, the antagonist. Tyler isn't really he is kind of an antagonist, but he's definitely not a villain. And Drake, the best friend. So, let's see what's next. Okay, next slide. The first system, the Muse. Noel Geiger still spells his name wrong. A part-time grad student in mechanical engineering. Out of 10 aspiring models, Jason saw something different in him. From the start, he was the one. You guys are seeing that picture, right? I don't know if Noel has that much body hair on his legs. And his pecs should be a little bit bigger than that. But, I don't get half these slide choices. From the start, he was the one. He had the face of a boy and the body of a god. So, holy crap, this is really bad. Though, it is better than the infographic. That infographic definitely makes it feel like I'm summoning Cthulhu. Anyways, next up what we have here. Star profile. Noel Geiger. It's never going to spell his name right, isn't he? Core traits. Intelligent and analytical. Principled and reserved. Pragmatic. Physically disciplined. Defining quote, you're a dreamer, you're innovative. That's why I picked TCS. So relational orbit. Jason, the boss, the admirer. Riker, the rival. Tyler, the ogre. Tyler is an ogre. That is mean. That is just plain old mean. Anyways, let's move on to the next slide. An orbit of art and unrequited affection. Jason is a voiceover. It was easy to stare at a photo of a guy I hired as a crush, but it was even easier to stare at the real man candy. Noel quote, if you're looking for a boyfriend, then maybe go to a bar. You can't be deceptive like that and expect a guy to fall for it. I don't know if you guys are looking at these photos and stuff, but it kind of seems like Jason is definitely, they give Jason a lot more facial hair, and actually all the characters, they give facial hair for some reason. The guys are all clean-shaven. All of them. Let's see what the next slide is. The unstable trinity, a second sun rises. Riker Kuzenich, spelled wrong, is Kuzenech, is how you spell Riker's last name. A personal trainer and surfer. He doesn't look like that at all. His arrival creates a central love-work triangle that powers the entire plot. Charismatic, confident, and opportunistic, he represents everything Noel is not. Okay, and then they can't even spell Riker's name correctly from one side of the slide to the other. What is up with these AIs? That's another artificial stupidity point. I've already lost count of how many there have been. There's no way AI is going to be replacing us within the next decade. Riker's smile filled my heart with joy. It felt so genuine, and the wink in his eyes showed me he was mine. Another Jason quote. Are you serious? There is no way AI is replacing humans at any time within the next decade. All right, next slide. Okay, that is a hot picture. Even though this guy looks nothing like Riker at all, and yet that's a really hot image. But that is kind of but I don't understand. Like, it makes no sense. Like, Riker is supposed to be blonde. So why can't it draw like a picture of a blonde guy? Makes no sense to me. Star profile, Riker Kuznec, still spelled wrong. Core traits, charismatic and confident, manipulative and opportunistic, physically powerful, deeply insecure. Defining quote, if I looked tough, then they wouldn't mess with me. Every time I lifted, every supplement, anything to be stronger than them. Relationship orbit, Riker in the middle, Jason, the target, the conquest, Noel, the obstacle, Kyle, the accomplice. Okay, well, we do need to move on to the next slide. So, two forces in opposition, the thinker versus the performer. Noel's philosophy, you've got the eye, but we'll work on getting better equipment. Motive, I want to set an example, most of my family's obese. View of Jason, you're a dreamer, you're innovative. Okay, this makes no sense. I'm looking at Riker's thing here. Riker's philosophy, you can't just take pics of us and expect fans, dude. Ads are half the game. Motive, bullies, dude. If I looked tough, then they wouldn't mess with me. View of Jason, Cody may have bigger pecs than yours, but he's your worker, meaning you have power over him. Like, this makes no sense. Why are they picking these quotes? Anyways, next slide. Gravitational influence, the financial anchor. Tyler Gilardi, Jason's cousin and financial backer, a go-go dancer in Vegas. He provides the money that keeps TCS afloat, but his support comes with a heavy price and a ticking clock. Okay, that looks like a really messed up picture of Las Vegas because that doesn't look like the Strip at all. Like, it shows the Cosmo, but then it shows it right next to Planet Hollywood, which is wrong. Like, you still got, like, I can kind of see the Vidara in the back, but that's supposed to be the Bellagio there. That's the Bellagio. That's not Planet Hollywood. So, although I guess I kind of see one of the Bellagio towers, but that far right building is definitely wrong. Anyways, 60 grand. If you don't pony up the cash by 6 a.m. on Christmas Day, then you're on the blank street. And so let's see what the next slide says. Star profile, Tyler Gilardi. That does not look like Tyler at all. What is up with these images? Why, like, I gave Notebook LM pictures of what the guys look like, so I have no idea what's going on. Why is it acting up like this? Core traits, cynical and pragmatic, financially driven, harsh but protective, direct and unfiltered. Yeah, that sounds like Tyler, all right. Defining quote, not everyone is the same inside as they're on the surface. Don't be sold on someone just because you have a crush on him. And this shows Jason, Tyler, and Noel there. Alright, next slide. The social sphere, the water polo constellation. A new opportunity arises, pulling Jason into the orbit of the UCSD water polo team. This world brings new models, new income, and a web of alliances and rivalries far beyond TCS. So, why settle for the appetizers when you can get a feast? That is a pretty cool picture. I will admit that is a really good picture. So, yeah, sometimes a broken clock's right twice a day. So, let's see what we have next. Hey, it shows Dustin wearing headphones. That is kind of cool. Key players of the Triton constellation. Gage Carson, number 7, the captain, authoritative, driven, and secretly vulnerable, boyfriend to Drake. Quote, I don't know who you are, but I didn't authorize anyone to take pictures of the game. Okay, I don't know why I came up with that quote there. Drake Sorensen, number 24, the catalyst, Jason's best friend, a party god, and the entry point into the polo world. The polo world, they need to add water polo into that. So, into the water polo world. Quote, Drake's my bestiest friend. Alright, Dustin Walker, number 11, doesn't look anything like that. Drake and Dustin, actually engaged too. All three of them, none of them look anything like that. The rock star, a talented musician and photographer's model, pragmatic and eventually key ally. You got a website for that muscle stuff. It'll sell better if you got your own brand. Then lastly, Sky Merkel, the one that looks the closest like his actual face. The wild card, cocky and abrasive, with a competitive chip on his shoulder, becomes an unlikely co-conspirator. I'm the real star player. Alright, next slide. The new recruits, Cody Byerly, still spelled wrong. Scouted by Riker, Cody, number 19, still once again spelled wrong. is the earnest newcomer, a straight water polo player with a dream to model. His arrival tests the loyalties within TCS and ultimately reveals Riker's true intentions. I want to be a model just like you. You think I can do it? Alright, next slide. Dark Matter, the antagonist. Kyle Gillespie, a powerful bodybuilder, Drake's roommate and Riker's pawn. He harbors a grudge against Drake, making him the perfect weapon in Riker's secret war for control. So let's see what Kyle says. That polo-playing douchebag, he's pissed me off for the last time. Riker says, calm down, Kyle. We both have our reasons. Okay, so let's see what the next line is. Celestial collision, the hit. Riker and Kyle's plot culminates in a violent accident that leaves Drake hospitalized and in a coma. The event forces every character to question their loyalties and choose a side. And then it gives the newspaper article. Okay, so these slides are better than the first slides, but it's still way too much text. Still way too much text here. Let's see what the next slide says. A new alliance forged in Crisis. The attack on Drake galvanizes an unlikely trio. Jason, the artist, Sky, the wild card, and Dustin, the pragmatist, band together to expose the truth and take down Kyle. Alright, so we're going to act out a fight. You be Gage, and I'll be Kyle, and I'll beat the ever-loving blank out of you. Sky. Hey, at least I spelled his name right. Alright, next slide. The final confrontation. All paths lead to a final explosive showdown at Candyview. What the hell? They don't look like that at all. What is up with these pictures? What is up with these pictures? Like, none of this makes any sense at all. Like, it doesn't even happen at the pool. It happens just outside of Candyview. They're not even in the aquatic center. They're just outside of it. Okay, so it's like between where the entrance is to the center and where the street is. There's a small street there. Right. Okay, so all paths lead to a final explosive showdown at Candyview. Riker's jealousy and ambition are finally revealed, forcing Jason and his new ally Cody to stand against him. And you guys can read the quote. Okay, that's another woman. There's another minus 100 subs. I think I'm below 3K again. Hey, hey, Daryl, how you doing? Are you just freaking to me? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm having. I don't think I recognize you, but I'm basically having Notebook LM analyze my novel. So that's kind of but hopefully so anyways, yeah, I was just having I was just having the stream analyze the novels, or having Notebook AI analyze the books. So yeah, I'm not sure what your chat means there, but anyways, I think we're almost to the end of the slides here. So it says, Jason getting a call. What's going on, Noel? Noel on the phone. Hey, I want to come back. Like, that's not what Noel, like, that's another woman. So with Riker gone, Noel returned, TCS is reborn, no longer just a business, but a partnership built on honesty, forgiveness, and a shared cosmic energy. Okay, next slide here. So that is, I don't know why he keeps wanting to depict Noel as a woman. That is completely wrong. But Jason and Noel, co-leaders of a thriving TCS, their relationship is finally balanced. Riker and Kyle facing legal consequences for their actions. Drake recovering and supported by his team and a new roommate Dustin, the new respected captain of the Trident water polo team. Gage moving on to play professionally in Austria. Cody, spelled wrong, a loyal part-time TCS model and balancing his studies and polo career. And Tyler, the debt forgiven, his relationship with Jason reset on more equal terms. Okay, so and let's see what we have here. Your happiness is enough. Okay, yeah, that's enough. This slideshow is enough. There's nothing else really to explain here. So yeah, I think that is, this is giving me an aneurysm. The AI hasn't really improved at all since because we can't choose what the voice actors look like at all for the videos, or we can kind of, oh, we can, okay, so there's been some changes to the videos. But, alright, so anyways, what else is there? So we got all these, so we got visual styles here, auto select, custom, classic, oh, whiteboard. Is there anything? Okay, so we can actually do one of these as well. Kawaii, anime, watercolor, retro print, heritage. I guess we can kind of do one of these as well and see if that's, oh wait, I didn't see how much, but yeah, I'll see what if there's anything funny, then, ooh, nice, appreciate the membership. So we got Noreen Doll. Nordine Doll just got a gift membership to the channel by Pajama Kid. Appreciate the gift membership. It's really nice. Did the membership thing, like the speaker bot, say anything? Because apparently my headphones were muted again. Hopefully there was something, but I really appreciate the gift membership. So we have a new channel member. Congratulations to Nordine Doll for being our newest channel member. So now this video here is going to take a while, and I don't think we're gonna have time to analyze the video. So if there's anything funny that pops up to it, or if there's anything that pops, like anything funny that appears there, then, oh, I love those Tyler emoji. Yep, I love those Tyler emoji there. But if there's anything funny that pops up, then I can surely do another stream here and see if there's anything else. And plus, I do want to try to analyze the TCS Talks episodes as well once I get more of them. I've got everything through episode 7 has been drafted up, but it hasn't been uploaded yet because I gotta make sure that the members lists are all up to date. But so anyways, we're going to end it here. And thanks for joining, everyone. And sometime this weekend, I'm going to try to finish up Final Fantasy 12: The Zodiac Age. Yeah, I've only got one stream left on that. Basically, just the final bosses and the last 2 Espers. Then after that, depending on the results of the poll, I'll come up with something else for what to do after that, particularly after Thanksgiving. There is some discussion about whether or not I want to... there's a poll on the Discord. I wonder if these work. Let me test something. No, apparently not. I guess it's only on Twitch. So, yeah, I did some things on Twitch that that command should work on Twitch, but doesn't, for some reason it doesn't work on YouTube. So I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks for joining, guys. I'll put on the credits. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Take care.
This is not good.